Have you ever heard of or seen a boating sport called time trialling? It's been around for over 100 years and brought so much fun and camaraderie to so many. And we'd like to invite you to come and try it. And it has some amazing benefits for those that participate, but also the well-being of your boat. It keeps all the mechanical parts of your vessel moving, rather than sitting idle all winter, which inevitably sees problems arise when summer comes around. You've probably seen boats on the Swan River, or perhaps at Mandurah, with large yellow and black number boards on display. These are the boats who are active club time triallers. Time trials at South of Perth Yacht Club are a winter tradition stretching back more than 50 years, an activity which has brought enjoyment to hundreds of boat owners, their families, relations and friends. What are time trials? Simply put, time trials are a competition between power boats traversing a set course at a speed chosen by the skipper, between 5 and 15 knots. There are 10 or more marks or checkpoints, all at different distances, with various things affecting the travel speed like wind, waves and tides, challenging the skippers and the team to be extremely accurate between the marks. At each mark of the course, a separate checkpoint team, either shore-based or another yacht or boat moored nearby, is tasked with the job of accurately recording the exact time each boat passes. The checkpoint times are compared to the theoretical time of arrival as determined by a computer, and competing boats lose a point for every second they arrive early or late. It's quite challenging in that competing vessels may not speed up or slow down within a certain distance from the mark. Conditions on the Swan River during winter months can vary from sunny, perfectly calm days to days where wind and rain can be seriously challenging. Participating boats vary from large luxury power launches to tiny trailable boats, including sailing yachts which use their auxiliary engines around the course. South of Perth Yacht Club also has a launching ramp which all members can use to launch. If you'd like to join as a member, please call the Yacht Club office and they'll point you in the right direction. A member will be happy to help you out to join in all the fun. Each boat needs a minimum team of 2, a skipper and a navigator. Sometimes an extra person is valuable to have on hand to help out. Naturally, the skippers also invite family, friends and guests out to join in all the fun. It's a great way to entertain. A normal competition day starts about midday for competitors. Alongside their preparation, you'll also see checkpoint volunteers coming into the on-water office to collect their timing gear and to watch a short video on how to record times accurately. To plan for the event, the navigator must note his start time and make up a course sheet showing the time his craft should arrive at each mark. On the day prior to starting, navigators also need to set their clock to exact race time, which is displayed on a master clock in the clubhouse on-water group office. Once clocks are set and start times are checked, it's off to the bar for a quick lunch, some friendly banter with fellow time triallers and sailors before heading down to the boats for the serious business of preparing on board. It's not just a matter of boarding and firing up the motors. Large boat owners need to prepare their boats for the afternoon, checking all systems. Trailable boat owners also need to launch their craft in readiness. The method used by competitors to keep tabs on their theoretical arrival time at each mark varies enormously from boat to boat. Some use the time-honoured method of a paper sheet with all marks and times neatly tabulated in combination with a kitchen clock and a sweep second hand, using the second hand to count down to each mark. Others use a combination of 2 stopwatches to time the interval to the next mark. More recently, electronic timing devices have become popular, either in a tablet or computer form, which are set automatically to calculate the times of arrival at each mark of the course. It's interesting to note that while technology is improving in the competition, the skipper still needs to know his vessel and the speed required for the sometimes challenging conditions. Where once all skippers were happy to rely on the ship's log, its speedo, these days a GPS is the favoured means of measuring speed, since it's not affected by current flows. That is, the speed across the water is much more accurate. The result is that scores or errors recorded by the top boats in the fleet have steadily come down as technology has helped their time trialling campaign. After heavy winter rains, a predictable current flow runs down the Swan River, which forces boats to adjust their upriver and downriver speeds to counter the water flow. Even when there's no rain, the Swan is actually a tidal estuary. Yes, it really is. So that water levels rise and fall in accordance with the ocean tides or even storms approaching Fremantle. There's so many factors to influence a competitor on the water. Times are taken from the moment the bow passes the mark, but on some boats, that's several seconds away from the time that the skipper at his helm position passes the same spot. So the helmsmen need to have excellent time on distance judgment to do well. Commercial ferries traversing the river between Perth and Fremantle enjoy right of way over recreational craft. So when they cut across a course, all competitors need to adjust their tactics in order to avoid disrupting the ferry, yet still arrive at the next mark on time. Because each boat nominates its own time trial speed, the faster boats inevitably overtake slower ones. When this occurs at a mark, there are rules which ensure the safety of the boats in this situation, but there's still a need to remember the time available to reach the next mark, adding yet another layer of complexity to an activity which at first glance appears to be a walk in the park. While all competitors are busily preparing, the event starter, who's been busy printing out sheets for each checkpoint since early in the morning, meets with each checkpoint crew to allocate their position and ensure that they understand how to record the essential information. In order that written records can be checked later, every checkpoint crew is provided with a voice recorder in the checkpoint kit. At the point at which the last boat crosses the finish line, two distinct groups form. The first group, consisting of volunteer checkpoint crews and race management officials, swing into action to record every boat's times at each mark, an exacting process requiring infinite attention to detail. Results are then double-checked, and any apparent irregularities can be checked by reviewing the voice for the relevant checkpoint. While this is the serious part of the day for officials, competitors enjoy the camaraderie for which the Power Yacht section is so famous. Some return to the yachtsman's bar, while others form little groups on individual boats after they've returned to their pens. Tall stories abound, and eventually all interested parties come together around 6 p.m. for the announcement of the results. The flag officers, trophy sponsors and power captain award pennants to podium place getters. Winning an event may incur a handicap penalty to make it more difficult to win again for some time, while the boat recording the highest number of points lost is awarded the wooden spoon. Presentations include the dreaded award of the bent prop, a weekly trophy presented to the worst or most humorous misdemeanour on the day. And there are usually several nominees. The benefits, apart from the obvious camaraderie enjoyed by the time trialling group, are several. Newcomers, in particular, can quickly gain confidence by discussing their issues with more experienced boating people. Time trials also give skippers a golden opportunity to improve their boat handling skills. Manoeuvring a boat into and out of its pen in all sorts of conditions, knowing that there's others willing to lend a hand in difficult windy conditions, inspires confidence. Most time trial competitors also know the Swan River particularly well. They know where the sandbars are and rock outcrops. They know the speed limits applying on the river and know the best spots to anchor up for a raft with friends when competition is over. So whether you have a trailer-borne tinny sitting in your driveway, or whether you have a large or medium-sized luxury launch in a water pen at a yacht club, experience for yourself the joys of competing in time trials at South of Perth Yacht Club. It's a family-friendly club which always welcomes newcomers. Want to find out more? Give the South of Perth Yacht Club a call and they'll hook you up with someone that can get you started.